Hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you all doing? I hope you had a great week. I'm just checking that everything's in order as usual. And I found myself, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna center a little bit. You don't need to see my dirty floor. All right, not that dirty, but anyway, I wanted to do so much today, and just the weekend got away from me. I have a lot of things in store. I'm preparing for my trip. I'm going to my nephew's wedding. I'm very excited about it. So there's a bunch of things that are going on. But anyway, I didn't want to leave you hanging, and I wanted to come up with part 2 of the Paper Florist, Paper Flowers with Paper Florists. So as you may remember, if you saw my previous video, we went through all the parts of the Paper Florist dies. Many people miss these dies because they don't match any particular stamp set. Here they are. So they're just standalone dies, and sometimes standalone dies are really useful, like some of our boxes or box making or treat containers, I would say, are standalone dies, and this is just to make paper flowers, and I am enjoying it so much. I'm learning as I go, so forgive me if there's something that is not clear, or you may have seen other people doing other things. As I said, there's so many possibilities with this. So last week we did just regular the flowers just from color cardstock, and I showed you how to put them together. There's not just one way, so you can layer more layers on top of the flowers, so you can do it in different colors. You can sponge the edges of these. This is basically the basics of this set using cardstock, but there's so much more what we can do with it, and that's what I was excited to talk about. And anyway, this one, by the way, I embellished with this, and I think I told you last week, if I can find, yeah, here it is, the tinsel gems. I love these, love them. There's 2 packages. One comes with 3 colors and one comes with 4 colors. So, probably you'll find a color that you like. All right, so today we're gonna see what else we can do with this, or how else we can create flowers with this set that is not from straight color cardstock. And as you imagine, one of the ways, and then of course use them to decorate just about anything. I made this quick box that it could be great for a gift card, to put some tissue paper and a gift card here, or some like fancy jewelry, or whatever you want. And you can put here like a little message like, for you, thinking of you, happy birthday. You can customize your box as you see fit, and this uses a variety of the flowers, right? So let's put this here, or what, maybe apart, because I'm gonna take this up. I just use this fine shimmer, I think it's called. It's called, okay, I got the wrong one. All right, so it's not fine shimmer. This is another one. I think I just mixed them. Anyway, oh well. I think it's fine shimmer, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll check it out later, and somebody can tell me if you hear or if you know. I use this because I love it, and also because it helps you see what's underneath. Especially because we're gonna talk about making some flowers with vellum, and you need something to contrast. Oh, here, I see the paper. I'm gonna grab it. I see what it is. All right, so the paper is called Luster Specialty Paper, not fine shimmer. I don't know what I was thinking, but see, and it has this little nice shiny, it's almost shimmery. I think it's shimmery. Anyway, this is a pebble path. It comes with in the ink colors. All right, so let's start. Let's start seeing what else we can do with this, because there's a lot we need to cover. And if you guys want, we can make the box at the end. I also was thinking that we can make a card. With the cards, you have to be careful not to have too much 3D, or you won't be able to put them on an envelope or mail them. But if you're gonna give them by hand, you can do that. Anyway, so what we have here, I put a variety of the things that we can do. So one, this is like vanilla cardstock, but I thought that like cutting some accents from gold paper. In this case, this is the distressed gold, which I don't think we sell, or we do. I think we do still sell it. But anyway, any other gold or gilded paper will work for an accent, and it makes a very nice, elegant combination. I'm thinking of using this to decorate a box for my nephew and his fiance's gift. If I have time, because I'm leaving 2 days and I have a lot to do still, plus work, which is never that fun. Another way that we can create the flowers is just having, this one has been colored with the blending brushes like this. So what I did, and let me show you, we'll do a little bit a demo. I hope I won't damage this, but I know. You grab a piece of, like, let's say, well, let's do a little one. You can do a little, you can do a lot, you can build up with it. Let's do one that is not just pink, because I've been doing everything pink. So let's do, what colors have flowers? Maybe like a balmy blue, just a little. Let's see what I have available without throwing anything on the floor, hopefully. Okay, let me grab a blue, making sure that it's not stained. So I'm just grabbing a little bit, start from outside as usual, and just adding a little bit of color. I'm just doing the middle for this, but I could actually do a little bit more. And just give it a little bit of, just a tiny hint of color. You can also use it to mask things, you know, because if you go all over it like this, you can do, I just moved it, but you get my idea. You can do a design for your background once you lift it. And in this case, you don't mind that you don't start from the outside. Like something like that, you know, if you do like a nice little masking design on the background. Let's do just this other one. Just a little bit. Ugh. See what happens? You have to, it's better to start from outside. It doesn't matter here because I'm not going for a regular coloring. Something like that. Balmy blue is a very, and I think this had a little bit of another color, but it doesn't matter. I just didn't want to get up and go get another blending brush. Then we'll just put it together, and this is gonna be a little simple because I don't want to, you know, I curled it, by the way. I'm off camera. I'm so sorry. All right. Let me put this away, and let me get my mat. I certainly don't want to mess with that beautiful paper. So one thing to consider is that these are 3D flowers. I'm sorry, I'm off camera again. Sorry, I think I need to prop this a little closer. There we go. Sorry about that. So one thing that if you're doing these 3D flowers, you have to think that you may see the other side. So if it bothers you that it's all white, I mean, in this case, you don't see that much. See, this I did in the same technique in pink, in the new, baby, what is it called? It's called Bubble Bath. Yeah, Bubble Bath pink. So we're doing the same, and this one I curl differently. Well, let's do that because I kind of like it, how it looks. And I had more petals for that one, but anyway, for now, we are just gonna do that. And then I'm gonna put a glue dot. Just layering like that. It'll be just very basic. I probably would add more layers, but you know, you get the idea on how it looks. All right, so let's move on. Well, let me show you some others that I use with that technique or coloring style. No, it's not totally a technique. And where are they? Oh, here, and this one has been done with these two. And you know, like this was done with the Berry Burst, and this was Lost Lagoon. So I did very like, and it's not all the same, you know, like the coloring is not regular, because if you want regular, you can just use the cardstock and cut it from the cardstock and save yourself the trouble, right? Like this one. This one was done with cardstock, and this one is a little different. And now these, okay, so we're moving on from the blending. We've moved on from the two color with gold accent. And then another way is to just use the inks as watercolor. And again, you can use, like, let me show you what this came from. So I used our Fluid 100, and I did a part of blue and green, sorry, and a part of pink to cut the petals parts from it, and then the green for the stems and the leaves, right? And this was my result. Again, like irregular, sorry, but I kind of like it. It has like this more natural way. I really love it. So these three came from the watercoloring, and these two. So we see they're not exactly the same. So let me show you how I did it. Okay. This time I'm gonna take this paper off because I don't want to ruin it. So I put, you can do it directly with your water painter that has the reservoir. This has been in, it's clean. As you see, it's just water, but you know, it stained my tip. I don't know why. But anyway, I used a little bit of soft succulent, a little bit of fresh freesia, and this was, I think, Blushing Bright, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna reuse these because these are still good. So it's a drop of the, and this was, see? No, it's Bermuda Bay. Okay, let me grab see, it won't stain. It's just that it's stained my tip, but anyway, it doesn't matter, it works. So well, actually what I did first to get a better coverage is using the thicker of the water painters right here. I have some extra water just to go faster, so I actually move things around. I actually wet my paper so that the ink will run better. Let me see, because I can see where I'm wetting it. Just gonna do half. This is a whole sheet of fluid 100. That's the size, the regular size. I have not cut it. If you find that it's curling and you don't want it, the paper curling, you can wet the other side and it will go a little straighter. Alright, so now we have it wetted. Now I'm just gonna go with my greens. I pick up a little bit of that. Press so I get more. And I kind of like a loose, I should have got the bigger, like not the super big one, but the other one. Let me see if I can find it. I think I like it better. Oh, the other one is even thinner. Okay, we're sticking with this one. Okay. I'm used to my watercolor pencils that have a lot more variety in width. The water painters are good, but there's only, and just mixing, you know, just on the paper. I'm not even mixing on my palette. Just grabbing the color as I go and just mixing it on the paper to have some nice shades. If you want it more wetter, you just go ahead, put more water. This paper is pretty good. It stands, well, it can stand a lot of water, so don't be afraid. Right, so I would let this dry, and then I will cut the leaf parts from here. And to clean it, just press until there's no more color coming, as you can see. Now it's clean and ready for whichever color I want. Next, we're gonna do the blushing bright, I think it was. I want something pale, very pale. And then I'll do some fresh frisation next to it. Doesn't matter, we're not creating a masterpiece, we're just creating some color that we can then use for our dyes. Hi Joanne. These are like the re-inkers. So it's like the little bottles of all the colors that we have in the ink pads. And I just put a couple of drops of the re-inkers and that's it. That was it. Easy. And the re-inkers are very, I think they're $4. They're actually very reasonable and they last forever. If you use them for this, you'll use them a little bit more, but you know. Anyway, so from here I could just cut maybe these petals for the bigger flower. I'm gonna let it dry, or maybe this would be nice. If it dries, I'll go and cut it. If it dries sometime, I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. And then, you know, this is the result. You just grab it and just cut from here, and I can show you. Let's make something. You know, otherwise it's boring if I just show you the process. So, I have these little tulips, I want to call them. Oh, for the dyed watercolor, I'm using the fluid 100. But if you don't wet the paper too much, I think the cardstock would work if it's white cardstock. But I think fluid 100 will give you a better it will hold the water better. Because you know, if you wet the cardstock too much, it comes with like this little, it starts showing these little balls, the tiny little balls when the paper is coming apart. I just put a little bit of glue behind the tip of the stems where the flower is gonna go, and that's it. It's nice, right? Because it has like a variety of shades. It's not all the same. And let's again compare with the cardstock one. See? Anyway, and you can, you know, mix and match. You can use cardstock bases with the tulips in the watercolor, whatever you guys want. All right, so let's move on. Another way to work with this flower is very straightforward. That's just using the blends. Use the blends to color them. I use the blends for this one, but I can do another one to show you. Or maybe I'll do a leaf. Let me see if I have a leaf right here. And the good thing about the blends is that if you're worried about seeing the under part of your flower when you do it a lot of 3D, like something like this would show a lot of the under petal. Well, the blends bleed a little bit, so it kind of works for this. Joanne, did I answer your question? Is that what you were asking? Let me know if you need further clarification. Okay, so I'm just putting a glue dot and I'm mounting this and another glue dot in the middle. And again, this was done with the blends. In this case, I use fresh freesia, the light first, and then the dark for a little bit of accent and texture on the center. That's it. And I'm lifting the petals a little bit because I kind of like it like that. Right? And then we can put one of the centers that come in the set. It comes with several centers. If I can find one that works. And I don't like this color. No, this is too big. Or we can put an embellishment too. Okay. I had everything ready, and now, oh, here's my center. I knew there was one. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue in the middle, and maybe this center needs something else. So I think I'm gonna put something else, if I can find one. I was particularly looking for these. There we go. These come again from this little die, and it makes two of them. Well, there's two of them. It makes one each, but there's two of the. So what we'll do is that we'll do this, and then we'll put an embellishment in the center, and that will look pretty enough, I think. So let's grab these, whatever I told you that if they were called, that I like so much. Oh, I had them out. Excuse me. These are it. These are the tinsel gems. Hi, Deborah. Good evening. I think I need to drink something. Oh, the pollen is killing me. Allergy season, right? Is what it is. I think the other colors will work better. Maybe this color works better. And this is the tinsel gem pack of 3, and the other is a pack of 4 because it comes with 4 colors. A little bit misleading to call it pack of 4, because it's not really of 4 colors, but there's not 4 sheets of it, which I wish, because I love them. Anyway. All right. So that again is the flower done with just the blends, coloring with the blends. So let's color with the blends. I'll just do a leaf to show you. I know that you know how to color with the blends, so there's not much to show, but just for the heck of it. And let me see if I can have a green. I have soft succulent, retired, but one of my favorites. I'm gonna just put this here. Protecting my protective sheet. It's a little silly, but that's just me. Okay, so I'm just gonna go all over. And then I'm just gonna put some accents with the darker one. And remember that the blends dry lighter than it shows here. So there we go. And then I'm gonna get the darker soft succulent. I'm just gonna go with this. And because I don't want it standing out so much. Thanks, Joanne. I'm glad you like it. Wait till I start working with the vellum, because that was my discovery, not that discovery, but you know what I mean. I was very pleasantly surprised by playing with it and how well they work. Especially one. Alright, so, and this is a nice leaf, and you can just, it kind of lends itself to fold in the middle because it has the perforated thing. So this would be a flower that's been done, colored with the blends. And as I said, it bleeds a little bit, so even if you see the underneath, it's not gonna be like, oh, white, you know. Anyway, I don't mind the white. I mean, you don't see that much anyway. But just in case, depending on what your project is. So let's move on to the vellum. Okay, the vellum was a lot of fun. There's so many things you can do with the vellum. You can just do it straight. And do I have? Yes, I do. Good. God, I'm prepared tonight. I'm impressing myself. Hi, Julia. How are you? So one of the things that you can do with the vellum is just color it straight with the blend. Just like do something like that. And then cut your die from that. And that's what I did with this. Of course, in another color. This was done with the blend. I like the same way that I show you with the watercolor, but instead of cutting from the watercolor, we're cutting from the vellum. Oops, sorry. And it looks nice. I like it. But I thought, why not use the alcohol technique? Oh, well, before we move to that, I want to show you this one. This one was just plain vellum. I cut the pieces from plain vellum. And then with a sponge dauber, I did the side, just the edges. That's another way. Just a sponge dauber. And I like it better when it's a little lighter. So I tap a little bit away. You have to let it dry because, you know, vellum. But let me do a few more. Don't they look pretty? They look like those, I don't know, like Julia, you're like the gardener. There's a kind of rose that has like the edges like that. That is white with the edges like that. I don't know what it's called. But I kind of like it. And you don't have to ring much because, as I said, I like it when it's light like this. But you can mix and match. I'm gonna do 6. I did more with this one, but I'm gonna do 6 just because I don't want to be here all night. And you probably have better things to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more here. Thankfully, I cut enough. And then I have my base. Let me close this. I have my base here. And if I'm not mistaken, I used the Stampin' Seal Plus to put a little bit here. To hold the petals. And curl the petals as you want. Should have let it dry a little bit more, but just for the sake of the video. The base ones I did not mount over themselves. You know, they have this cut, and then if you put one on top of the other, it gives you the cup shape of the petals. But for the base, I did something more like this, and I want to curl it a little bit more. Not a good allergy day for me today. And there we go. And then for these ones, I'm gonna put the glue dot, and if I can find it, there we go. Gonna do the glue dot. Gonna do them all first. I never wear red nails, but these are for the wedding, because my dress is black with gold and red accents, embellishments on the shoulders, and I thought, red nails. So I got them done already. Hopefully they'll last till Friday. I hope so. So it's kind of weird for me to see it's like, whose hands are these? Because I never wear red. And my pedicure too much. Because once I get to Barcelona, I'm not gonna have time, so I figure everything I can do here, much better. That's why I've been running like a chicken without a head all weekend. Okay, so we just, like, I'm alternating this again. And this is, you know, one of the flowers. So this is the effect. And we can put something in the middle here. Let me see. Did I cut it enough? I didn't cut a center. We can use this one. Okay, we can use this one. And this one we're gonna just color it with a blend just to go faster. And I also got the strip to curl. That will look just like that. I should do that with paper, right? Did I put it away? Yeah, I did. Oh well. Scrap paper, where did you go? Oh, there we go. Found it. Found it. Just faster this way. Don't want to mess up my silicone mat. All right. I Again, I should let this dry, but hopefully it dries fast because it's alcohol based, but it's also vellum, so you know, less porous. So we put a glue dot in the middle, in the center. I have to say for this, I tried different adhesives, and for the vellum, the one that works the best is the glue dots. So I've used a lot of them. Looks nice enough like this, but I'm gonna put the curly thingy. And be careful, because yesterday the vellum, when it's a little wet like this, is very delicate, and I ripped one in half. So just start curling. Trying to go fast, and unfortunately I was off camera again. All right, you seal it with another glue dot. I'm telling you, a lot of glue dot usage, so make sure you have plenty. And then I open this. It looks so cute, and the texture of the vellum changes with it, especially with the blends. Put the one there in the center to hold this. You don't need much because it's very light. So there you go. You like it? I do. Which is your favorite so far? No favorites? And anyway, one that I really like the usage of is just building it with vellum and then putting some gold flake accents. I think it looks very classy and very shabby chic, I think. And how I did this, it's easier than it seems. I just first created a flower. I'm just gonna use the same one. I could do the rose, but it takes like the bigger rose, but it takes longer. I don't think I pre-cut more pieces of it. And this you can do with cardstock too. I just did it with, like, you could do it with the very vanilla one that I showed you before. You can put the red accents, but I think it looks particularly pretty with the vellum. And then we'll do the alcohol base. I told you this. Thanks, Joanne. I'm glad you like them. But there's so much you can do, and I'm sure this is just like the tip of the iceberg. Other people may come up with other things. This is just what I came out in a very busy week. But I still had time to play with it. Not as much as I would have liked, but just trying different curls. They look different. Okay, do I have another one? Yes, I do have another one. I think this one was colored. That's why it's so curled. There we go. Okay, I try to go faster because once I explain, it's boring to see just the process. Okay, just so something like that. Another glue dot for the other layer. Sometimes it's hard to stick it on the vellum. Oh, very nice, Joanne. I'm glad you're gonna order it. I love it. I'm having so much fun. I love making flowers. I love making boxes. And I think it just if you have a bunch of flowers and just put a few of them in a box, it's just like, and even if you don't make the box yourself, you know, like I used to love getting, like, you know, like the Macy's jewelry box that says Macy's. I don't like that, so I would just put paper over it and use that box for a gift. or whichever store, you know, like jewelry boxes. I have a box of boxes, which if my sister watches my lives, which she doesn't usually, will tell me to get rid of. But, you know, we're not hoarders, we're collectors, right? as we say. All right, so now comes the fun part. So I grabbed an old brush that I have. I put a little bit of glue on it. Like that. Blah, 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 blah. And then just whatever I think I would like a speckle of gold, I just put just a little bit on the edges. If you want a little bit on the middle. Just a little bit, right? All right. Then grab my ever-flying, thank God I didn't clean my house yesterday, gilded leafing, which I have here. I have some out already because I put it out yesterday. And now I have gold leafing flying all over the house. So I just dump it there, or you can put it more precisely as you see fit. Get my brush. I think I put more than yesterday. And just brush away the big parts. Otherwise it looks way too messy. And when you're satisfied with it, I'm not satisfied with these two that are sticking. There you go. You stop. I think I'm satisfied. Let me cover it before it flies away. More. I let my brush. And this is the result. And then I think it looks really cool. Kind of deconstructed. I like it. You can press them down more if you want. Move the petals. I should have curled them. Sometimes it's harder to curl the vellum a little bit. It doesn't hold as well as the cardstock, but it does a little bit. Anyway. So, and then I got one of our new adhesive-backed sparkle gems. And I put a gold one. It's not exactly gold, it's kind of like old gold, but it goes well with this, I think. How do you like it? I don't know how I got this one so curled yesterday. Oh, I know why. Because this was with, this vellum has a wash of ink in it. Because I did that too. Before the alcohol technique, I used just plain ink like I did the watercolor before. But instead of using the Fluid 100, I did it in vellum. And it would look nice as well. So, as I said, so many ways to color. Anyway, so that's another way. And let's do something with this so I get it out of the way and it's not always showing you the process. So I have here, I made an envelope to put some money to give to the bride and groom. And I'm thinking I can use these as the seals. If I did grab, okay, yes, I can use these. So what I'm gonna do is, this was a very simple envelope. I used a whole sheet of 12 by 12. I scored it at 3 3/4 and 3 3/4. And then this was, I think, 2 3/4, I want to say. 2.5. And on the bottom it was, I can't remember. Oh, there's like a little flying fruit fly. But I folded it and then I, like folded it on itself just to create a cute envelope with retired, elegantly set, what was it called, the paper? Simply Elegant DSP. Anyway, but I'm gonna put dimensional, if I can find them. And I could. Yay. First, before putting the dimensional, let me cut this. And this is new, so I have to find the... This is the golden and silver trim combo pack. I don't want to cut there. Oh, it's pretty. Look, I thought it was just solid, but it doesn't. It has like a thing in the middle. Very nice. Anyway, I hope it works for this. So, because what I do is just like, so it on one side is solid, and on the other side has this little line in the middle, like kind of vanilla line. Anyway, so now I'm grabbing my dimensional, put it in the center, hopefully, more or less. Oh, by the way, I have to put this underneath. I'll take this off, put my flower on, and then I'm gonna do the same with the other one. Oh, have to move it farther down. Sorry. Hopefully it won't rip. No, it didn't. Excellent. Let's do it a lot further down. There you. And then that can be. The closure. Oh, I have to leave this further. This is not the ideal ribbon for this, but it's okay. It's just a little bit of decoration, something like that. So we did something else other than the box with that. All right, and now let's move on to the coloring the vellum. As I said, you could just color it just with the blend, or you can use the alcohol technique, which if you don't know what it is, I'm just gonna demonstrate here a little bit. So for the alcohol technique, you need your blends, whatever colors you want, and then you just do little parts of in different colors that you want to coordinate. This is polished pink. Wow, that's strong. I didn't realize I just grabbed a bunch. It's like, oh, pink. In. Let's see what else we have. We have the light polished pink. You could go, I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but just so that you see. The fresh fuchsia is very light. This is the dark one. Imagine how light the light is. I should have used a white paper to show you the contrast. There you go. See? Better, right? Okay, see that this is what we want, right? Let's do some in green so we can have the green came out very nice. What do I have? I think I put the green I have put away, so I'm gonna use again the soft succulent because that's the only one I have around. And just coloring pastel one. It's a shame I don't have more greens, but anyway, that's fine. Then you grab your alcohol, and how they tell you is you put some drops, but there's other ways to do it as well. Just grab it with a, just like let it slide. This is getting very regular. See how the alcohol is blending the colors like that? You can blow on it to move the ink around, or you can use your heating tool. Oh God, I thought it was. But the other thing you can do is just like use your spritzer, and then it gives you a much finer mixture. Again, you can still use your heating tool, or you can blow on it, let it dry. The alcohol is going to my nose now. That's what I needed. But it looks very nice, right? Anyway, so I'm gonna let this dry. And from this, you can cut then more flowers, or more petals, or more leaves, or stems. So let's put this to dry. It dries pretty quickly, but just in case, I have some pieces that I've already cut from what I did yesterday. And it looks pretty nice. I'll grab another piece, like, okay, I'm running out of clean scrap paper, so I apologize. And this is what I call the orchid, which I guess there's different ways to layer it. I'm gonna layer it like that. I'm gonna layer it like that. Yeah, something like that. Just separating the petals, moving this a little up. And it has a nice effect, right? I love it. So I made this one yesterday. And I used, again, one of the tinsel gems. And I did this, it was old olive. I thought I had the blends with me, but I don't. I put them back in its place, and now I don't want to go pick it up. But I love how this came out. And this I did with fresh freesia only. That also looks very nice, I think. Anyway, so you see, there's a world of possibilities with these dies. So you can do so much with them. So let's see. I was thinking if we would make the rose, the big rose, with the watercolor paper. This one has not dried, but I had some that I did yesterday already pre-cut, so we can do that. But you've already seen me putting together this rose, so maybe I don't have to do that, right? What do you guys think? Do you want to see it? Or, oh, this is curling so much. It's making a mess. The ink, look at that. Ugh. But it looks, it's almost dry now, but it looks pretty nice, right? So it will make nice flowers. Okay, let me put these together because I now already started saying that I was going to put it together, so might as well, right? This is going to be a smaller rose with not that many petals because I think I only cut 6. Actually, one of them is not full, but anyway, you'll get the idea. And this is done with the Fluid 100 because it was the watercolor. I hope that the glue dot is going to hold it. I used the watercolor for smaller flowers, but not for this one. Let's see. I'll do the 3. There. Thanks, Joanne. I'm glad you like the techniques. Well, the alcohol vellum technique is pretty well known, but it's just to show that it works very well with this. See, this has like a little bit of green because, and this didn't have enough room. Oh well, but we're gonna live with it. Or I can run that with my scissors like this. There you go. Nobody will know. Right? They're handmade cards. They're not perfect, as we always say, right? Alright, so let me find a base to put this on. If I pre-cut one or not. If not, I can use just any circle. But I have one in, because it's not going to be seen. I have one in wild wheat. Just going to do the same for this. So this is watercolor paper, so maybe it would work better with other things, but I have not tried yet. So I'm going to do that. Just manipulating them a little bit, but I don't want to overlap them, because they're the bottom layer. There we go. And another. We can even put too much. Yes, no, I don't like it. How about this one? No, I still don't like it. Oh well, I'll just put a regular center. If I can find one. And I can't. Oh well. I don't like it with this yellow, but it's too bright. I'll have to work on a center later. I'm just gonna let it go for now. Or maybe put this just little yellow thingy here. Just to cover my glue. Oh, well, not exactly the glue, but where I put the glue dots. Where they're crossing, pretty much. Where the... Oh, I'm glad you like them. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I'll do something with watercolor for this center. But anyway, for now, you get the idea, right? And now that we have all these flowers done, what can we do with them? So I figure, what do you guys want? You want to see the box? I can make a box, or we can improvise a card. What do you guys say? Oh, we can do both. I mean, like it's already 10. Let's start with the card. As I said, for the card, you need to be careful, because if you're gonna mail it, you cannot make it too 3D. So Alright. Let's get a fresh freesia card base I had ready, and now I don't see it. Oh, there we go. We'll do the box too. I'll go quick. How about that? I'll do a quick pack. And then, and this is fresh freesia because I have all this. This will look nice, yes. But I wanted to use this. What did I tell you what's called? This is actually another one. This is the soft shimmer. Okay, that's what I was getting confused. This is the soft shimmer, and the other is like the luster paper. So I'm doing a soft shimmer base, and I like this a lot. So I'm gonna use that. Julia, thank you for your compliment. I'm glad you like the techniques to color and create these beautiful flowers. I'm sure there's a lot more that one can do with them. It's been a very busy week for me. It's a miracle. It's not really a miracle. It's like I slept an average of 5 hours a day. So, because if I wanted to play with my things, you know. So, there's no such things as miracles. I have to take time from my sleep, which I don't mind. It's like I didn't do it on purpose. I was just creating, and there's like, oh my God, is that the time? I'm sure it happens to you guys, right? All right, so what else do we want to do with this? I wanted to use this. Okay, I want to do my message from the handmade tag punch, which now has a new stamp set in the new catalog. Right, Joanne? Yes, like, oh my God, when I get in the zone, I don't even know what time it is until, like the other day was 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning. I had to go to work the next day. So, I'm gonna cut it and use the handmade hooks that matches this stamp set. This stamp set, this punch match before it was bundled in the last catalog with a Christmassy one, the handmade wishes, I think it was called. But now they have this one, and I really like it. So, I don't know if you can find a piece of fresh freesia to cut the tag from. Come on. I had it ready, sort of, kind of. And I think I'm gonna stand first so that I can, I'm improvising here. I didn't have I didn't have a base, like a sample for this, so I'm creating on the fly. Oh, so you're retired, Joanne, I see. Yeah, that's why I love Fridays on Saturdays, because if that happens, there's no harm done. Because the next day I don't have to go to work. All right, so let's get, I think I'm gonna do this outline in fresh freesia, and I'll use the berry bust for the message. And I should have used my mat because this is a photopolymer and we need the cushion. Let me grab this. My mat. Okay, it doesn't matter. It worked. Thank God. Now that I got the mat. Okay, I'll get the mat for the message anyway. I'm running out of space. You realize that, right? And the message is gonna be, sorry, today we celebrate you. I like that. And it can be for so many occasions. And I love it when they combine a couple of fonts in this. So we have it. We're gonna do it in Berry Burst, which I think will work fine. And we're gonna do it like this. Hopefully center. Pretty good. All right. I always remember that you have to cut this if you're putting it in the, cut the corner so you can actually move it to match. I think it's pretty center. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I hope you are too. There we go. It's gonna be very subtle with all the same colors. I should have put, I wanted to put ribbon underneath and I forgot. Oh well. It's okay. I'll just put flowers. We're gonna prop this on dimensional. Instead of putting the ribbon across, which is how I like to put the ribbon most of the times, we can put a bow someplace between the flowers or something. It will work. Center or like here with the flowers there? Oh, what do you think? Oh, I kind of like it center. Then I can put flowers in this corner and the other corner. I'm gonna use these vellum flowers. And I'm gonna touch them with a glue dot. What else? This paper is so pretty, isn't it? You don't need much with, you use that. Wow, Deborah, I didn't know that you work in surgery. Good for you. Yeah, playing on the side, that's what I do too. I work in educational publishing. And we have deadlines, and every time I go home on vacation or for some occasion, I mean, you know, it's not real vacation. I'm visiting family and everything, but this time we have a happy occasion with my nephew's wedding. But every time that something happens, something, you know, it coincides with the end of a project, the beginning of another project, and it's always a mad moment to leave, but, you know, at some point you have to get your time off. And that's right. Happy upcoming birthday, Deborah. All right, so let me find more vellum flowers that we can use, because I guess like we can do some that are not vellum, but I kind of like the vellum with this. So to be consistent, maybe this, I don't know if I'll have enough, but if not, I can cut from the other. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, it would be fun. I think he's too young to get married, but I think we all have to get over that fact. He's 24. But anyway, he knows what he wants, and that's what he says. You know, I know what I want. Why wait? I need another of these round flowers. And thankfully, I have some. I'm not thinking much about it, as you can see. I'm just gluing things. But with the vellum, it looks very nice. I like it. I like the effect. I have these. I have these. Oh, I have these. I haven't put one of these. Maybe I'll change leaves and I'll do a different leaf here. And this is gonna be a small one. This curls so much because I actually use the ink, as I was explaining before. I use the ink directly as if it was watercolor on the vellum. So it curled because it was very wet. But it kind of works that it curls. And I'm flattening them a little bit because, as I said, this is a mailing card, so. Maybe for some upcoming birthday, right, Deborah? All right, so I did a quick card here. I'm gonna put this someplace. Or not. It's fighting me. Sometimes it's like, oh. Let's see how it looks. And maybe it will be too much because otherwise it's gonna fight the... Maybe something smaller. I wonder if I did one of these in vellum. I don't think I did. See, one of these. Alright, so I'm gonna put one of these that I can... Yes, that's better. And I'll hold it down with the glue dots, because I don't want so much 3D in this one. There. Maybe I'll put a glue dot here, so. Okay, we need some more embellishments, and we're done with this. It does look nice. It looks nice in camera. I'm looking at it from the side. Okay, so let me grab both and I'll do a combination. Oh, the gems got stuck here. I keep using these ones. A, because I have them out. And B, because I really, really like them. And I'm gonna do one of the fresh fuchsia ones from here. Oh, we missed one pink here. Small pink. I think it looks very nice. I hope you like it. Alright. Anyway, so it's 10:15. I can do the box, but if you guys are tired, I can call it a night. Let me know what you want to do. It's an easy box. I can also just decorate. I have one made here, and I can just decorate it. But if you want me to show you how to make the box, I can do that too. All right, so I'll keep going then. Let's make it from scratch, because I like the black box for the cardstock flowers, because they stand so much on the darker background, and I really like them. We could do that, or I can make a box from scratch. Thanks, Deborah. Let's make it from scratch so you see how I made it. It's an easy box, as I said, so it won't take, hopefully, too much. But let me make room among my garden of flowers. I bought a special box to put them all. So nice. And I thought it had the lid that open. It's in this place. We don't have dollar stores here in New York City. Nothing is $1. But it's this place that almost everything is like $1.99. And they have a lot of like things from Asia. But when I got home, I realized that it's not a box, it's a drawer. So I don't know if it's going to work with the flowers. But anyway, at least the cards I'll be able to put. Anyway, okay, let's start with, let's make a, let me see if I have enough with these. Let me put the measurements on camera here. And let me measure these, because I may have enough, or I may, like I said, I kind of like this. It will look nice with many of the flowers. This is the Lost Lagoon, one of the returning colors. So these are the card measurements. If you want to take a screenshot while I measure this, and it has to be 8 1/4 by, I think I have enough room. 8 1/4, yes. Well, I'm gonna cut it to 8 1/4 by 6 3/4. I'm cutting on my lap. Yes. In case you thought that I had more room. Yeah, it's called my lap. My other TV tray is full of materials. Anyway, and then we're gonna score it. I hope I don't mess it up, because I messed it up yesterday, but I made it work afterwards. We're gonna score it on the long side at 1, 1. Then we're gonna score it at, let me put my measurements out now that I can see, at 3 3/4, 4 3/4, and 7 1/2. So I'm gonna open my arm, the arm of my paper trimmer, of course, not my arm. 7 1/2. All right, and then on the short side, we're gonna score it at half, half an inch, and 1 1/2 on both sides. And the same thing on the other side. Half. Is this half? Yes. That's what I messed up yesterday. I thought it was half and it was like only 1/4, or it was 3/4. I don't know. But I made it work. Half and 1 1/2. And then Let me see if I can remember properly. Which one? Okay, I'm gonna score them a little bit so I can see the lines. I'll do a proper scoring, you know, in a little bit, but I'll before I start cutting the pieces away. I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Okay, so this is gonna be the top of my lid, and I'm gonna remove all these. Okay, let's see. I need my big scissors for this one. And removing these. One and two on the sides. And I'm gonna keep this little square, this here. So this goes away. And this goes away. And what helps me remember that this is gonna be the top of my lid, it's gonna go like this, right? What helps me is to round the corners that need to be rounded right away, so I don't lose track of, you know, which side is up, so to speak. So I'm using my detailed trio punch, which is retired, but you can use any round corner that you have, corner rounder or whatever, or just do it by hand with scissors. That helps me visualize it. And then I'm gonna remove it. What was it? Oh my god, I'm a disaster. Okay, yes, this needs to be cut, this little piece. Actually, we cut the whole thing and then we remove the little piece. Again, here. And this will go like this. So then this we need to cut as well. This little tiny one we remove. And we'll do angles, but I just want to make sure that we got the bases. I hope I was on camera, I wasn't looking. And then, oh, of course, I need this cut. This is cut. This is folded. No, this is cut. Oh, I almost did it the other way around. Alright, this is cut. This makes sense, right? So this is gonna be your side. So these sides have to go inside and they need to be cut so they can go inside of here. And why does it look short? I think I messed up something, guys. Yes, I did. I messed up something. I did this too long, you see? Oh, Candy. Alright, we'll cut this. I think I did this one too short and this one too long. So I'm gonna just shorten that up and see if it works. It's gonna be not gonna work. Oh well. That's what I was thinking. This was too short. And this is too long. Oh well. It has to be 3/4 and 3/4, I believe. And I didn't do it properly. Let's see if we can make the best of things. To make the best of things, we need to score this at 3/4. It's gonna score this, but I don't care. At this point, I'm trying to salvage what I have. And I didn't do it. Oh, I did. I should start from scratch again. In fact, why don't I do that? Because it's gonna be a mess. But anyway, let me try. Do this and this. I'm telling you the measurements work because I made the other box. I made 2 boxes actually. What we can do is actually imagine that I did it properly and now we're gluing it together. Oh, this is upsetting, eh? I'm gonna cut a quarter from here. We'll score that again. And I think now it should fit. Yes. Yay! Look at that. It's a little wonky, but okay, I know why. Because the sides are not cut. Alright. So, not to worry. We can still salvage these people. But I'm telling you, the instructions work. It's just that I just probably measured something wrong. Not cutting, I'm scoring. I'm just cutting scoring a 1/4 inch, which is what I messed up. And I'm doing a 1/4 inch smaller than my original measurements. I mean, I made a box yesterday. As I said, I messed up, but I recovered easily, but I didn't mess up this big. Oh well. It happens. Let me see if now it will work. And if not, we're gonna decorate the box the black box that I was just showing you, because it's the same. Okay, now it does. Okay. It will have a couple of score lines that I don't like, but whatever. We can decorate it and cover mistakes. Putting some darts here so they close better. I thought like, oh, you better write the instructions. And even if when I did it wrong. Oh, well. Now I'm scoring this properly, so you see if I can make the other score line disappear. But I'm going to put some paper on top of it, so it's not going to be seen. And I wanted to actually cut these flaps a little bit more. Just a 1/4 inch. These flaps are not functional. They're just so that there's not a hole. If I'll show you when it's done. But it's just to show. Oops. Are we there? It went away. Oh, thank you, Joanne. I don't know if I'm live yet or still. I don't see myself anymore. If you are watching, can you tell me if you can see me? My image disappeared. No. I am live. Yay, thank you, Joanne. I don't know why I cannot see myself anymore. My image went totally black. I've never had that happening before. Well, for some reason the glue is not gluing. What else can happen today? Okay, I'm gonna dart this because I see this will be a problem. Just taking a little bit of the side. An angle on the other side too. And in here. All right. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you guys are here. I cannot see my screen. I'm gonna run the corners again because I cut them. Oops. I should have gone with the black box that was already done, but I wanted to show you how to make this because it's not so hard. I'm just telling you, just if you pay attention. Not like I did. And then I'm gonna put the little thumb hole more or less in the middle. For this, I'm using the what is it? The half circle punch, half-inch circle punch. It's discontinued, but it's super helpful for this kind of thing because it's just the right size. All right, let's find something to decorate this with. Let me grab this. And I hope that this paper comes with Lost Lagoon. Is this Lost Lagoon? Is it Pretty Peacock? Close enough, don't you think? I think it will look pretty. But I need a darker one around it. Oh no, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the shimmery thingy. How about that? Yes, yes. Then nobody will see that this was messed up. Or we have it also in soft succulent. Ooh, nice. But I kind of like the contrast. I think, I'm torn. I think I'm gonna use the Pretty Peacock. And let's measure this box that I don't know what the measurements are anymore. So I can cut my Pretty Peacock part. And where is my ruler? Here. Right, now the box is 3. So I'm gonna do 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, which is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2, I think. Don't you worry, there's chance I miss it again. I mess it up again. Two and a half. All right, I'm cutting in my lap, but I'm cutting. I don't know. It looks like it should have been a little bigger than 3 2 1/2. Maybe it's. We cut more. A little wider. I want to cover that score mark. Let me do 2 3/4. Now 2 3/4 seems big. I don't know, man. Did I do 2 1/4 instead of 2 1/2? Maybe I should go to sleep. I think that's exactly what I did. No, this is 2 1/2. And the other is 2 3/4. All right, so we're gonna use a 2.5. So weird. It's so weird not to see myself. So weird. And let me measure this again, because, okay, 3.5. There we go. Oh, did we do this little thing? Then we'll cover even more. Yeah, let me try. This is too big. Okay, not my day for measuring today. I think the box is a little wonky. It's 3, so do 2, and I don't know. I don't know. When you press down, it's a little bit more. All right. Just gonna take an 1/8 of an inch out of this and see if this works better. It does. Sort of, kind of. And this was a 3 3/4. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do 2/8 of an inch less than that, and I hope that it will work. Yes, it does. Kind of, sort of. Yes. This will cover a lot of my mistakes, and that's what we want. Just glue, glue, glue. And now this one here, center. It looks pretty, right? This Lost Lagoon with Pretty Peacock works pretty well. Remind me when I tell you, oh, this will be fast. Famous last words. Remind me next time. It's like, don't, Candy. Show us another time. And now it's just a matter of choosing some flowers to put. So let me grab them and see what we can do with this. Here's where we can put like the bigger flowers. Not super big because that would be a little bit, but I like this one. And I'm gonna combine the different techniques in this one. Maybe this. That. This doesn't stand enough. So something like this. Maybe we'll put this one in the corner here. And that's how I usually do it. I just place them, and if I like them, then I glue. I don't like this color for this, but I do have. See, it's like my computer went to sleep because it thinks that there's nothing playing. Like that. Something like that. What do you guys think? Alright, so I'm gonna start gluing. My glue dots. Oh, I have these. I like these better because there's more contrast, the watercolor ones. I had them here underneath stuff. This is so weird that I cannot see myself. Blessing in disguise, though. But well, I trust you guys that you said that I'm live, that I'm doing fine, that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, candy keeps hitting the camera. Okay, this is now glued here. I'm just gonna put a glue dot behind this one. And in the other box, I did some dimensional, but maybe I will do that here too. Maybe I like this one better. No, this one looks too much like this one. But I can do that. Yes, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I think this looks pretty. All right. Dimensional for these two. I don't know why, but I just thought I like them. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for letting me know. So weird. Maybe my computer didn't like that I messed up with the box measurements. It's like, we're not showing this. But the problem is I'm showing it to the world, just not showing it to myself. I just put a glue dot behind this leaf. And I'm trying to sneak it in. No, I want it farther in. Okay, let me help myself with this. And I have the glue dot that is getting stuck everywhere. There we go. Now, yes. What do you guys think? You like it? I can put more stuff, but I think it's enough. No, I don't like that many of them. I think it looks nice. And then I can decide later on if I want to put a happy birthday here or something. For now, it's just another box. Look, it's much shorter than the... Like, I don't know how I measure this. I think it's supposed to be shorter because the black one is shorter too. So I think it's supposed to be this size. This one, I messed up. I made it bigger. But anyway, you know, you see. I should have stuck with that. But I'm glad that you saw how easy it is to make when you follow the instructions correctly. Alright, so I think this is it, guys. Because we've been here almost 2 hours. My God. And this is what we made. And this is what we made. I love this card. I think it came out very, very nice. And then, you know, we have more flowers. You know, I can show you. Like, I can put... I don't want to put it all because you saw me making it already. So, alright, guys. Thank you for sticking out with me. And I'm glad you like this. Next week, I'm going to be away, so there's not going to be a live, but I'm going to post a video that I've already scheduled. So if you want to watch that. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you really, really very much. And on Father's Day, probably I won't have a video either because there's not that many chances that I get to spend Father's Day with my father because he lives in another country, in Spain. So probably I'll just dedicate that, but I'll let you guys know how I'm doing. All right. Thank you again so much. And I'll see you probably in a couple of weeks. Thanks. Bye.